Ah, what a quaint little establishment.
I guess. It's a police station.
Yes, I was trying to be nice. Dazai requested I be on my best behavior, so I can't exactly walk in and say the place looks like a congregation of morons, now can I?
Morons?
Exactly! I'm glad we're in agreement over there.
Oh, look, kid. I'll just show you the way to the new forensic pathologist's office. They can deal with you.
Deal with me? Well, no need to be rude.
Just down the hall to the left, you can't miss it. Oh, and one more thing. That pathologist is something else.
Something else, huh?
This was the last straw, Harold.
Oh, come on, officer. All I did was stab him in the face a couple of times.
No, 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 Harold. This is the second time this month. This is it.
Ah, there you are. You are the forensic pathologist for the police station, right? Then you're exactly who I've been looking for. Yes, I'm Edagawa Ranpo, master detective, and I. Wait. Is that a miniature tree made of lollipops? 25 different flavors? That's amazing! Did you just say what I think you said? You'd be willing to share with me your 25 different flavors of lollipops? Of course there's a catch. Oh, just help you solve the case? Oh, you fool. I would have helped for free. No. Slow down now. I didn't say I didn't want the candy. I do want the candy since you so graciously offered. Don't make that face. It's already been decided. I'll help you with this case for some of those delicious lollipops. And for the first of many, I'm going to try this one. Candy corn. It's not often I get to collaborate with someone like you. A forensic pathologist with your keen eye for detail and knowledge of the human body. Together, I'm sure we'll solve this case in no time, with the added benefit of candy. Ah, delicious. Ah, I think we've got a tricky one on our hands, though. So, let's take it slow. No need to rush. We'll go over everything carefully, step by step. How does that sound? Good. Candy corn is going to be a tough one to beat. All right then. Let us begin. Aha. It's not often I find a case this peculiar. The victim was a well-known corporate executive found in his penthouse apartment. A man with many connections, a lot of influence, yet someone decided to take his life. And the most curious part, no one knows why. From the pictures and all the police notes, everything seems eerily calm. No signs of forced entry, no signs of a struggle. It looks almost too perfect. There's also something about the way the room is set up that feels deliberate. What do you think of this? I want your opinion. Oh, yes, I'm very serious. As a pathologist, you know the way death leaves its marks better than most. I know that you could give me answers that I couldn't find with my layman eyes. So, give it a look. Ah, interesting assessment. So, here's what we know. The victim was found sitting at his desk, face down, his head resting on a pile of paperwork. But his body, look right there. Yes, there is something strange about it. I see the blood pooled around his body, but strangely, it doesn't seem to match the typical pattern of a gunshot wound or a stabbing. Everything is too controlled. The blood's formed almost a perfect circle around him, like it was drawn there. And his eyes, they're wide open. There's no sign of struggle or panic. It's as if he simply surrendered. It's like he knew it was coming. Now, this is where you come in, Watson. Well, of course I called you Watson. Talented doctor, not a complete idiot. You know, Watson. You don't mind? Well, I wasn't planning on stopping anyways. All right. When you examined the body, what did you find? You're right. A precise, controlled death. Based on the lividity, I can tell he was dead long before anyone arrived, even though the blood seemed fresh. He likely died in a seated position, and his position is consistent with someone who was calm, even after death. But what about the internal injuries? Anything unusual there? I see. So the cause of death wasn't what I expected. No puncture wounds, no bruising from a fall. You found traces of something in his bloodstream, though, didn't you? Toxins. But it wasn't the usual poison. It was slow, a subtler type, one that's absorbed over time. It would have left no visible marks, no signs of distress in the moments before death, just enough to incapacitate him gradually. So, the victim's calmness was more than just a psychological reaction. It was physical. The toxin made him weak, confused. I'm guessing by the time he realized something was wrong, it was far too late. You know, this reminds me of a case I solved a while back. A long-distance poisoner using a similar method to eliminate their targets. The victim always looked as if they were dying from natural causes, even though they'd been slowly killed over a period of days, some even weeks. But here's the twist, and this is where we need to be careful, so pay close attention, Watson. This poison wasn't ingested. Our victim here was injected. The needle mark, hidden beneath his sleeve, is barely visible. A clever placement, almost impossible to detect unless you knew where to look. Not just any syringe, though. This was something surgical, precise. The killer knew what they were doing. I'm guessing you noticed the same thing. The puncture wound on his arm. It was so well hidden, it could have easily been overlooked by someone who didn't know exactly what they were looking for. This most certainly was not random. This killer was methodical. They knew how to hide their actions. They must have used a needle that wouldn't have left a trace. We need to figure out who could have administered the poison without leaving any obvious signs. Someone close to the victim, someone who had access to his private quarters. You also mentioned there were traces of the poison in his blood. Did you find any other signs? Any residues left behind from the injection? Ah, perfect. You're absolutely right. The residue left on his skin. That's where we'll find the breakthrough. The trace elements could lead us straight to the poison's origin. Now, the big question is, who would want to take out this executive? Someone with enough access to poison him, but also to create the illusion of a natural death. I have a theory. The executive's closest advisor. According to the police reports, he was the one who was with him the most. All reports account for him always being so dependable. He was the one handling all his business, making sure everything ran smoothly. Perhaps a little too smoothly. And perhaps he's been taking advantage of the situation, thinking he could move up in the company. No one would suspect him. But what if the power was too much? What if he decided to take the executive out of the picture without raising any suspicions? Well, I think we've got it. The advisor was the one who poisoned him. Precisely, Watson. He knew exactly when and where to strike. The syringe, the hidden mark, it all points to him. And now, with our findings, we can move forward. We'll get the evidence we need, track the origin of the poison, and soon the truth will be laid bare. I'm glad we were able to work through this together. Your knowledge of the body is incredible. And with my sharp mind, we make quite a team, don't we? Oh, yes, the candy was a very nice bonus, and I still have 24 more flavors to try. But for now, I think it's time to let this case rest. We've solved it, and the rest will follow. I'll leave the next steps to you, but I will still want your help on the original case. Well, the reason I came here in the first place, of course. The killer that's been murdering victims based on superstitions. I'd be incredibly grateful if you would assist me. After all, any master detective worth their salt needs a damn good assistant at their side. Oh, you're an odd one, Watson. Oh no, I mean it in a good way. You're not an annoying, small-minded moron like most people. It's actually quite refreshing. Well, back to why I'm here. The superstitious killer is going to prove much more difficult a case to solve than the business executive, I'm afraid. Oh no, that's not his official name. My colleague and I have been brainstorming names, but he doesn't seem to like any that I come up with. Well, originally I had thought of the serial superstitioner. No, he didn't like that one at all. I know, right? That's what I said. Dazai has no imagination. Well, Dazai's the name of my colleague, but who cares about him right now? Do you have any name suggestions? The Fatal Folklorist. Huh. You got another one? The Fatalistic Fatale. Now that is a good one. I'll have to call Dazai and let him know right away.
Ranpo. Come in, Ranpo.
Speak of the devil. Hello, Dazai. Have you found the guy swinging under the ladder yet?
Yes, we located him. Did someone call you before we got here? Thank you for listening to Midnight's Melodies. I hope you enjoyed solving a case with Ranpo. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so you don't miss the next weekly release. And if you'd like to support the channel, please consider becoming a member or head over to my Patreon at patreon.com/midnightsmelodies. There you'll find my entire catalog, Patreon exclusives, and pricing for private commissions. And remember, my library is always open.